The Arizona sun has a way of baking the patience right out of you, especially when you're young, dumb, and believe the world owes you a fast lane. I was maybe 22, behind the wheel of my first rig, a loud, proud freightliner I thought made me king of the road. But that day, on a forgotten stretch of Route 66, I wasn't a king. I was just a kid in a sweat-soaked t-shirt with a problem.
A tiny, persistent air leak somewhere in the brake line. The kind of thing that won't stop you, but will drive you insane with its constant psst. I'd spent an hour trying to find it, kicking the tires, tightening whatever I could reach with brute force and ignorance. The hotter the sun got, the shorter my temper grew. I was ready to just wrap the damn thing in duct tape and pretend it didn't exist.
And that's when I noticed him. He'd been there the whole time, parked in the shade of a lone Palo Verde tree. His rig was an old Peterbilt, a faded teal color that looked less like a machine and more like something carved out of the desert rock itself. And in a fold-out chair beside it sat the oldest damn driver I'd ever seen, a man named Silas.
Finally, I threw my wrench on the ground in disgust. He must have taken that as his cue. He got up, moving with a slowness that seemed to defy the heat, and ambled over. He didn't ask what was wrong. He just pointed a crooked, leathery finger at the hissing connection and said, in a voice like gravel rolling downhill, "She's trying to tell you something."
He didn't grab a wrench. He went back to his truck and came back with a little bottle of soapy water. He didn't spray it everywhere like a madman like I would have. He just let a tiny single trickle run over the fitting. And there it was, a single, perfect little bubble growing and popping right where the leak was. A 2-second fix I had spent an hour missing.
He took my wrench, gave the fitting a gentle quarter turn, and the hissing stopped. The silence was deafening. I just stared, feeling like the biggest fool in the state of Arizona. I stammered, "How did you know?" Silas just looked from the fitting to the endless highway, then back to me. "The road teaches you to listen," he said. "This old girl's been whispering to you all day. You were just moving too fast to hear it."
He handed me back my wrench, gave me a slow nod, and walked back to his ancient Peterbilt. He didn't wait for a thank you. He didn't offer any more advice. 5 minutes later, he was pulling back onto the highway, leaving nothing behind but a cloud of dust and a lesson that would stick with me for the next 1,000,000 miles.
He taught me that patience isn't about waiting. It's about paying attention. It's about slowing down enough to see the bubble, to hear the whisper. Sometimes the most important lessons on the road and in life aren't shouted at you from a stage. They're whispered, quietly, in the desert heat, by someone who's already been where you're trying to go. You just have to be moving slow enough to hear them. Who was your Silas?